And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at Boris Johnson and his complete switch to something I don't even recognise. This is a joint article signed off by some, in my opinion, dubious characters, but I'm sure you'll let me know if you think the same. Before we get into this though, please support the channel as it enables me to continue to do this. You do that by sharing it out and subscribing if you haven't already. Make sure the bell's set to all as well. Now, this is globalism by the back door, in my opinion. The article is titled, "No government can address the threat of pandemics alone. We must come together." Prime Minister Boris Johnson's joint article with other world leaders. This is on the Gov.uk website, everyone. I will put a link in the description. The lurgy pandemic is the biggest challenge to the global community since the 1940s. Do you agree, anyone? Is this the biggest threat we've faced since the 1940s? I seem to remember the beast from the east, cold storm. That killed tens of thousands. Was that not even mentioned? I guess not. At that time, following the devastation of two world wars, political leaders came together to forge the multilateral system. The aims were clear: to bring countries together. Yeah, and that's been proved to be a great idea, hasn't it, Boris? To dispel the temptations of isolationism and nationalism, and to address the challenges that could only be achieved together in the spirit of solidarity and cooperation, namely peace, prosperity, health and security. A love for your country and wanting the best for it first is not a bad thing, Boris. Everyone else does it, and I mean everyone. Save your night, Boris. Backdoor Boris, I say. Today we hold the same hope that as we fight to overcome the lurgy pandemic together, we can build a more robust international health architecture that will protect future generations. That's a straw man, isn't it? The good it will do. Think of that while we go global. The reason we wanted out of the bloody EU was because globalism doesn't work. It creates bureaucracy and red tape, the likes we've never seen before, doesn't it, everyone? It's made the EU practically infertile. It's a trade bloc that can't complete trade. Japan, 10 years in negotiations, for example. There will be other pandemics and other major health emergencies. Sounds a bit sure, doesn't it? No single government or multilateral agency can address this threat alone. Really? Really? It's got a 99.8% survival rate, Boris. Really? The question is not if, but when. Same again, it sounds very sure, doesn't it? Together we must be better prepared to predict, prevent, detect, assess and effectively respond to pandemics in a highly coordinated fashion. The lurgy pandemic has been a stark and painful reminder that nobody is safe until everybody is safe. Safety is an illusion and we all know that, don't we? It can't be achieved without making humans drugged up drones like in, Brave New World. We are therefore committed to ensuring universal and equitable access to safe, efficacious and affordable vaccines, medicines and diagnostics for this and future pandemics. Immunisation is a global public good and we will need to be able to develop, manufacture and deploy jabbies as quickly as possible. So that's more jibby-jabbies in the future then, isn't it? Pincushion, anyone? Now at this point I'd like to say I am not anti-jibby-jabby. I believe if you want it you should get it. After thorough research by yourself, obviously. Do a bit of research. But I also don't believe in restrictions and passports either. It's discrimination. No one should be forced to get a jibby-jabby. And I know what the left will say. I know. No one's forcing the jibby-jabby though. We just want to protect people that have had it. Yeah, okay. I say rubbish. Any restriction is coercion. And I'm sure human rights and the Nuremberg Code will think the same as me. We'll see who wins out on that one. This is why the Access to Lurgy Tools Accelerator was set up in order to promote equal access to tests, treatment and vaccines and support health systems across the globe. Act A has delivered on many aspects, but equitable access has not been achieved yet. There is more we can do to promote global access. In other words, the world before you, probably, in my opinion. Might be wrong, let me know if you think I am. To that end, we believe the nations should work together on a new international treaty for pandemic preparedness and response. Such a renewed collective commitment would be a milestone in stepping up pandemic preparedness at the highest political level. It would be rooted in the constitution of the World Health Organization. Yep, you heard that right. Who? That instills zero confidence in me. Might as well say run by Death himself. Drawing in other relevant organisations is key to this endeavour. So they want one mass lump of organisations in support of the principle of health for all. Jesus, this isn't sounding more and more Russia, is it? Existing global health instruments, especially the international health regulations, would underpin such a treaty, ensuring a firm and tested foundation on which we can build and improve. The main goal of this treaty would be to foster an all-of-government and all-of-society approach, strengthening the national, regional and global capacities and resilience to future pandemics. This includes greatly enhancing international cooperation to improve, for example, alert systems, data sharing, research and local. Are we getting terrified yet? Because I am. Let's not forget this is on the government's website. Regional and global production and distribution of medical and public health countermeasures such as jabbies, medicines, diagnostics and PPE. New World Order this is sounding like, isn't it? Great Reset, One World Governance. You will own feck all and you'll be miserable. I think I got that right. Did I get that right? It would also include recognition of a One Health approach that connects the health of humans, animals and our planet. This guy's a watermelon, isn't it? He's no conservative. Green on the outside, red on the inside. And such a treaty should lead to more mutual accountability and shared responsibility. Accountability. You gave indemnity to jabby makers, and you lot never see justice due to our establishment justice system. Responsibility and accountability, ridiculous. Transparency and cooperation with the international system and with its rules and norms. Is that him admitting he's not master and someone else is? It's rules and norms, Boris. Really? It's rules and norms? Did anyone vote for the Tories to give everything away to somebody else? Just wondering. To achieve this, we will work with heads of state and governments globally and all stakeholders, including civil society and the private sector. We are convinced that it is our responsibility as leaders of nations and international institutions to ensure that the world learns the lessons of the lurgy pandemic. Wow. Yeah. We've learned, haven't we, everyone? We've learned that you've got your head up your ass and love to destroy your own for the sake of a fallacy of safety for all. We also learn the Tories are far from conserving anything. They are Labour with the foot resting on the brake, are they not? At a time when lurgy has exploited our weaknesses and divisions, we must seize this opportunity and come together. You allow the media and MPs to create this division, you cretin. You should hate more, look at your feed more, take the TV as law. Yeah, the hate machine is real, everyone, and it's raking it in as well. As a global community for peaceful cooperation that extends beyond this crisis, building our capacities and systems to do this will take time and require a sustained political, financial and societal commitment over many years. Great Reset again, everyone. Our solidarity, being used a lot, that word, all of a sudden, isn't it? Solidarity. It's commie solidarity after whipping up this clown storm of stupid. Okay. In ensuring that the world is better prepared will be our legacy that protects our children and grandchildren and minimises the impact of future pandemics on our economies and societies. Well, children won't get ill, for a one, so grandchildren won't either. And they won't get ill at all or have any worry whatsoever for at least another 40 or 50 years. At least. This is getting ridiculous, isn't it? Emotional blackmail at the moment is coming from everywhere and it's infuriating. How dare they use your children against you? Because that's effectively what that's saying. We'll use your children against you. Pandemic preparedness needs global leadership for a global health system fit for this millennium. To make this commitment a reality, we must be guided in solidarity, fairness, transparency, inclusiveness and equity. Jesus. Democrat word salad. Only word I recognise in all of them as an issue and needs addressing is transparency. Solidarity, fairness, inclusivity and equity are all SJW left-wing talking points that will eat the Tories alive. Do you think, Boris, this is direct straight at you, you think this talk and this sort of direction will endear you to the borrowed voters that you've got? Globalism and the Great Reset? Climate green rubbish? I think you're going to be losing support daily with this sort of stuff. But we'll see, won't we? You may be wondering who co-authored all of this as well, because it is world leaders and a few others. Well, you've got The leader of Fiji, Portugal, Romania, United Kingdom obviously, Rwanda, Kenya, France, Germany, Greece, Korea, Chile, Costa Rica, Albania, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, Netherlands, Tunisia, Senegal, Spain, Norway, Serbia, Indonesia and Ukraine. And these are the two main ones, I think. You've also got the President of the European Council, Charles Michel. Yep, you heard that right. And here's the piece de resistance, in my opinion. Dr. Tedros, the Director General of the World Health Organization. So it's all falling into place. The jigsaw piece puzzles are all falling into place now. I don't think this has got anything to do with protecting the future. It's all about taking more and more of our freedoms away. Like I said earlier on, I'm not anti-jibby-jabby. What I am is anti-state forcing and mandating things like that. And companies that think discriminating against people because they've not had something is acceptable. That's my only gripe with that. But I'd like to know your opinion, everyone. I'd like to know what you think. It was quite a long one, but I thought it was worth bringing to you. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, please. I really do mean that. I need you to share it out. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.